Thanks for the feedback on my Deadlier weapon damage video. I really appreciate the positive comments, constructive criticism, and those who defended the work. It means a lot. I'm not fazed by negative posts. I get that everyone comes from different backgrounds and mindsets. Some players shape the Division 2 community, while others are shaped by it. Either way, I'm always curious about different perspectives. They help me grow. And maybe I'll make a few new friends along the way. I'm still learning, and this build system series is a work in progress. Your reactions, positive or negative, help me tweak things to make these videos clearer and more enjoyable for you. Let me share a bit about my background and why I started this series. Before retiring, I worked in tech, helping companies position their complex technology to clients. Tech can be tough to explain. Even salespeople struggled to grasp it. By breaking it down, simplifying it, and tying it to strategic goals, I helped teams close 6- and 7-figure deals. That time in tech gave me a love for systems, solutions, and significantly helping coworkers and customers. Now, I'm focused on enjoying Division 2, meeting great people, and tackling challenges in raids, incursions, and legendary missions. I first played the Division 1 years ago, drawn in by the tactics and team play. I thought the AI teammates would talk like real humans based on the original demo. Eventually, I hit a wall. Heavies felt like bullet sponges. The dark zone frustrated me, and one mission with cleaners, fire chungas, and exploding RC cars overwhelmed me. I became immensely frustrated, and I quit. When Division 2 went on sale in the PlayStation Store, I gave it a shot. Back then, the game was smaller. No Summit, Countdown Hog, or Warlords of New York. I brought some Division 1 experience, but it wasn't enough. I struggled solo and had to call for backup. Thankfully, dedicated players were already posting tutorials on YouTube. Some creators did an amazing job explaining builds, which opened my eyes. As I got into PvE and started raiding, I hit another wall. Some community members were incredible, kind, patient, and willing to coach me on builds and help me farm gear. Others were less welcoming, even yelling at players for failing in raids. I worked hard with the limited knowledge I had to make a raid build. 6 red cores with Providence, Seska, and Grupo, but my talents weren't optimized. A raid leader called it out, saying it wasn't a proper raid build, but didn't explain why, then kicked me out of the raid. Over the years, I've learned a ton from content creators and experienced players. Now, I enjoy helping others. At first, I'd coach players one-on-one, sometimes taking control of their character via screen share to optimize builds and explain the system. But there's only so much someone can absorb at once, and the game's complexity can be overwhelming. Plus, after helping someone, I'd often never see them again, so I'd wonder how their character progressed. Some I reconnected with later had builds that weren't holding up. I've also noticed, both in comments and from veteran players, that some advanced players can come across as elitist, even if they don't mean to. Text in comments can be misunderstood, so I try to look past the wording and understand the intent. Producing this series made me realize certain terms can be tricky. For example, in everyday language, increase, multiply, and amplify might feel interchangeable. But to players with a math background, these have precise meanings in the game's damage calculations. It's like math and English are 2 different languages. The developers haven't always used terms consistently either, which frustrates advanced players. Each Build System series video takes a lot of effort, writing, editing, and producing. Even the AI voice tool I use needs re-recording and tweaking to ensure clarity. Most videos take 1 to 2 weeks. This one took about 4. That's because the damage calculation in Division 2 is complex, with layered mechanics and mathematical rules. For players without a math or technical background, and there are many in the community, it's tough to grasp. Some comments asked why I didn't cover critical hit damage, talents like glass cannon, or other multipliers in the Deadlier weapon damage video. Let me explain my approach. Learning the game's systems is a journey, and it can feel like a steep mountain to newer players, or even those who've played for months but are still new to the concepts. Trying to explain everything at once, like the entire damage calculation, can be overwhelming. My goal isn't to replace the awesome advanced tutorials out there. Instead, I'm breaking things down into smaller, manageable pieces. Think of the damage calculation like a big meal. You don't shove it all in at once. You take it one bite at a time. That's why I focused on the foundation of weapon damage first, before diving into multiplicative bonuses like crits or talents. Those will come in later videos, as they're separate layers of the damage system. To wrap up, let me circle back to why I created this series. I joined a PlayStation-only clan focused on raids and incursions, not PvP. I liked the leaders a lot. They took the time to understand my playstyle and how I was like to other players first before inviting me to their clan. We met many players eager to raid but struggling with the basics. One-on-one coaching helps, but it takes considerable effort. Every player learns at a different pace, and syncing up across time zones and schedules is tough. It's also not scalable. Senior players who train others also need time to enjoy the game themselves. Sometimes it's their way to unwind after a long day. That was me. An online curriculum could provide the foundation, freeing senior players to cover more advanced things. It would also be available anytime, anywhere a player had internet access. After years of coaching, I decided to create this video series as a learning system. While there are great videos for new or returning players and awesome build guides, there's less focus on the build system itself in a simple, modular way. My goal isn't to chase hype or meta builds. I want this series to be easy to understand, relevant, and practical, so you can grow your character and help others who are struggling too. That's basically it in a nutshell. I'm glad this work is resonating with you. I'd like to hear from you where you should think this will go. I don't know how long this series or channel will run, and I wonder if all this will become obsolete when Division 3 comes out. Will you leave Division 2 to play Division 3? And if you play 3, will you come back to 2? So, once again, thank you all so much for the gracious feedback and kind words. It's rewarding to read them after putting out each video. I always love hearing from you guys. That's it for this Quick Shots video, broadcasting from Division 2's favorite coffee shop. Until next time, stay alert, stay energized, and stay caffeinated.